I'm not entirely sure that my colleagues have quite grasped the legal peril that they are in or fully understand the international law in this area. You can't encourage powers to commit war crimes, or indeed, if the United Kingdom is not, as other members of the international community ought to be, pointing out to the Israelis that their actions are breaches of international law, breaches of the fundamental settlement that followed the Second World War, in detail, and what we're seeing on the television, but the forcible transfer of all those people is a direct breach of war crimes. Everyone must act to restrain people if you know it's going to happen.
Well, the government has said that they support Israel's right to defend itself.
Of course, but it must be within international law.
OK, so where is the complicity here on the part?
Because if you know that a party is going to commit a war crime, and this forcible transfer of people is a precise breach of one of the statutes that governs international law and all states in this area, then you are making yourself complicit. And as international law has developed in this area, the fact of being complicit makes you equally guilty to the party carrying out the crime.
Are you calling on the government not to be sending those auxiliary ships?
I think that what we would suggest to the government is they ought to be supporting the UN Secretary-General's call for an immediate ceasefire and for getting aid and supplies into the beleaguered population in Gaza. And that needs to be the first action. This has got to stop because if you, in response to the atrocity of last Saturday, if the response is simply an illegal atrocity that is even worse in scale, where does this lead? And that's why international law is cast the way it is. And it's very specific about the actions required and the responsibilities engaged. And that's not just the responsibilities of the actors in the action itself. It's actually those who are encouraging them. In Israel's case, Israel has had a deal of exceptionalism and impunity from international law for a very long time now. And in the interest of us all, and indeed Israel itself, that needs to stop.